Have you ever stopped to think that it's an and, not an or? And do you even know what I mean by that? So there's so many times I'll be having a conversation with a client or a potential client, and they will list off so many things they want to do. And particularly when it comes to business and investing in yourself. So this is so atypical, but I realised I need to talk to you about it. This is an important message. So as women, we are great at multitasking. So therefore we have this ability to see a vision of what we want to do. Rather than in isolation of one task, we pick that off and we do it. We tend to get this bigger vision. We can see almost like 360 degrees. You know when your mum used to say, I've got eyes in the back of my head. I mean, does that not make more sense now that we sense it? As women, we are more in tune with our intuition and we can just sense everything going on around us. So it's no surprise that we get these visions that encompass, right, I could do this, I could do that, there's this option, and then we come to maybe talking with a coach. So typically, like I get on a discovery call or a clarity call with somebody and we may be talking about working together, and they approach it from a decision-making process that it's an or and it's not an and. However, you need to take a stand for the and. So why do we approach decision-making as I can have this or I can have this? Is that a decision-making process from an empowered place as a business owner, an entrepreneur that wants to grow their business? Why, when we have these massive visions of how our business can scale and grow and we can develop our product line or our services or our client base, why do we then pull it all back? And it's like we just put this this stop in front of us and say, well, you can't have both, it's this or it's this. I mean, does it stem back to our childhood where we were made to pick? It could be. I think it does. But, it makes sense when you're a child that you don't have it all, because our parents are trying to teach us not to be greedy, that we may have to work for things, that you can't just click your fingers and get everything. But as an adult, when we're running a business and we dial into our intuition and we can channel what we ask the universe for, things flip, because it's an and, not an or. Why can't you take on, for instance, a business coach and do this and do that, whatever else is on your list? Why is it an or? Because I always say to clients, Olympic athletes do not sit there and say, I'm going to go for the Olympics, in whatever year, in 4 years' time, I'm going to go for it. This is my dream. This is like the pinnacle of my career. This is what I'm aiming for. And they say, but I'm going to do it alone. They don't just do that. They start recruiting a team of trainers, coaches, mindset coaches, therapists, physiotherapists, like the team, nutritional coaches. The team is vast. They look for funding, they look for support. They know they deserve to be well supported on their journey. Not only do they deserve to be well supported, they know that they are not going to get there on their own. Not because they're not good, but they know that they deserve to be well supported and have the best behind them to get there. So why, again, as women particularly, men don't seem to struggle with this so much, but women we do. I think it's because we're so used to putting ourselves last of the pile. But why do we make it an or? Why can't we have this and this and this? If that's what we desire in our lives, why can't we have the and? Why don't we take a stand for the and rather than making it an or decision? Has there been a situation where maybe a couple of things have, dawned on you, come to light, you've had this realization in your business, in your growth of your business, that you maybe need to get a digital marketer, and you desire a coach to help you see the way through, to hold you accountable, to spur you on, to give you that motivation. But why do you make it an or? Why is it one or the other? Why can't the coach help you structure a framework that makes it an and? Okay, so you desire to have a coach and you desire to have a copywriter and you desire a new brand, a new website. Okay, great. So let's look at what you do. How can we create space to make all of these things available? Because isn't that just a bigger way of thinking? You know, when we're dreaming big for our businesses, we almost like allow ourselves to have these big visions. But I can tell you the reason that those big visions so often don't come to fruition is because you make it an or decision. You don't start from the place that it's an and decision. I desire this and this and this because I desire a business that functions and a life that functions in this way. Another basic comparison is I desire a great business and getting there without burnout. I desire a great business and an amazing home life. I desire a great business and to maybe have 2 days off a week. Like, all of these things are possible, but the problem is we start from an or decision-making place, which may have served us at 5 years old when we were in a sweet shop and we wanted that and that and that and that, but that wasn't going to serve us at that point. But as an adult, entrepreneur, business owner that wants to serve at a higher level, and serving at a higher level just means more clients, which does mean more income. As an entrepreneur that wants to get their message across because they know they have something that their clients want. So you know what? If you are holding back, you are doing your clients a disservice. You're kind of being selfish with what you are so innately good at. Why do we come at a place from or decisions? So my challenge to you is, how today could you come at something from an and decision-making place? How could you sign up to that coaching course and get a new website and create a new brand and maybe hire a personal trainer and do X, Y, or Z and buy yourself that handbag, that dress, whatever it is that you desire? Because we need to shed these limiting beliefs that as children, we're there to service, we're there to provide boundaries, we're there for us to develop some other knowledge-based skills and decision-making processes. It doesn't mean that we still have to function in place of the 5-year-old in the sweet shop or in the toy shop when you've been given, I don't know, £10 pocket money and you had to pick one thing. I remember my daughter going into Hamleys on Regent Street, you know, and she had £20 and just the meltdown. I mean, gosh, we can all relate, right? The meltdown that it wasn't an and and an and and an and. It was a this or this. So how do we change that belief that was ingrained in us as kids? A bit like we had to eat everything on our plates. How do we shift these and say, wow, they were amazing beliefs when we were kids. They were boundaries and frameworks to create, you know, these adults that we are now that can function on another level. How do we leave those in our childhood? And how do we adopt this and decision-making process from a place that you may not yet see the funding, but just because you can't see how you have the vision, the money to support the and decisions, it doesn't mean the money is not there. It means you just can't see it yet. And maybe hiring the coach in addition to something else is how you get to it. So like I say, it's a conversation that comes up a lot. And today I was talking to somebody and I thought, oh my goodness, I need to talk to you about this, because when I highlight it on a call with a client, a private client or in a group, you can see the light bulbs go on. So you know I love using this space to quickly hop on and share something with you. I'm like, guys, you need to know this. You need to literally anchor this in. So thoughts, comments, questions, I would love to know. Has this just made you think, oh my goodness, why are we forever limiting our vision? This is why your businesses stay small. This is why your businesses stay stuck. It's why you can't move on, because you are literally functioning from the or decision-making process. Let's start building the muscle of functioning from the and place. So let's take a stand from the and. It's an and, not an or. I want to hear what you think about this. Leave me a comment below and I'll see you on the next video.